Assalamualaikum everyone and welcome back to SMJ-Tech channel, and today we'll be proceeding with the word features, and we'll be going through how to create an index of words that you are there in your document. As you might have noticed in some of the documents, you have an index at the very end where it mentions an alphabetical order of words that have been used in your document at different places. So you can, if you want to see where they have been used, you can go over to that index and see, for example, the one that you are just seeing in front of your screens right now. So. Today we'll learn how we can insert such kind of an index in our document. So let me just hop over to a plain document that we just used uh, for our purpose. Now I'll go over to the very end, and instead of starting off from right here, a better way would be to go over to the insert tab, insert a page break. So you head over to a new page. I'll first give it a heading. For example, I give it index, and I format it as heading 1. Now the easier part is done. Now the difficult part. Before you create an index, you have to create references within your documents. Today we'll be again using the references tab. It's a very rich tab and provides you a lot of options to that enable you to format your document and utilize its features. So let's say I first want to utilize I want to see how many times electronic devices, or I want to create an index where this word is being displayed. So I'll go over to the references tab, and over here you can see there's a section index. And before I create an index over here, so this is where once you insert index, it will create the index that have been marked in your document and create an index out of them. So first you have to mark the entries in for the index. So over here, as soon as I click mark entry, it gives me the main entry of electronic devices, which means that this is the word that I'm looking for. And I see current page, and I click mark all and close. So you can see that it has automatically shifted over to the marking uh, to it has turned on the markers for word, which will allow you to see where any references are being used. So at times this gets difficult for people to understand, so the easier way to shut them off is to press control and then steric, and it will turn off, or you can directly click it from here. So now we've marked it as one reference. Let's mark a couple of more. Let me also mark hardware as a reference. I will go over to the references tab, mark entry, and mark all. Mark all will basically mark the hardware wherever it's being used. And let me also just mark a couple of more words. Let me mark this one as well. Software. Then I'll mark application. So we have, okay, Okay, there's no other application being used, so I'll just mark as simple one. I'll mark unit as well. I'm sure this might be used quite a few places. And I will now mark, let me mark a couple of more words. Let me also mark memory. And so we have, I'm just marking more words so we have a good index list. And we mark the main thing, computer. Now this time, let's see what options do we have. We are seeing options like current page references in case you have bookmarks defined in your document. I did a video how you can do that in bookmarks, so you can go through that over there. And how you want to show the page number formats once it's displayed. I want to show, let's say, bold and italic for this one, and it will stay open so that I can mark multiple index entries. So I will mark this one. And I think since we have created or marked quite a few entries, let's head over to the index. Let me just remove these markers. And now I click on the place where I want to start in creating the index. I'll head over to the references tab and go over to the insert index. And over here, it opens a dialog box where it shows me different options. I select the right aligned page numbers. So the word is displayed on the left hand side and the pages are shown on the right hand side. And I want to show it in a dotted format. These are multiple: classic, way, fancy, modern. So these are different bulleted points. These are different display models or display formats that are available. I like this one the most, and I want run in. Instead of run in, I want it intended, so it's slightly intended from the one. And I can include the number of columns if I want to reutilize the page. So I can include 3 columns in a row, in one row, and I click OK. So you can see it has created an alphabetical order of uh, of the words that I marked in the document, and it also shows me the number of based on whatever I selected in final dialog box. So it's showing me in the modern format, in alphabetical orders where these words are placed in the document. So you can see that these are all there. So this is how you create the number, the index in your document. This short video will help you in creating such indexes. And if you mark, since I marked them in a single form, if you mark them all and keep marking in the document, this number will keep growing. You have multiple pages being displayed. As you can see, I've done it over here, so you can see wherever memory is being used, it will show you those numbers or number of pages separated from comma. So this is how you create an index in your document. If you're creating a large document and want to show which words are being used on which pages, then you can utilize this references and insert index feature in Word for creating such an index. So I hope you like this video. So keep subscribed to this channel to keep learning new things. Until our next video, please take care of yourselves, and Allah Hafiz.